Hello everyone, welcome back to another Pokemon the Series Gold and Silver episode talk. So in this episode, it is time to rest. We're gonna take a little bit of a break. We're gonna fall asleep. Togepi wants to play, but Pikachu wants to sleep. So Togepi also falls asleep because of the weather. And a Sentret is watching us. Meanwhile, at a group of Sentret, one Sentret is apparently searching for its child. Also, Team Rocket has a gigantic Arbok tank, and that is the plot of this episode. That tank, by the way. However, they see the gang sleeping, and a gigantic Arbok tank is gonna make a lot of noise, so they get out in order to sneak over to the group in order to be able to get their Pokemon. But while they are making that plan, a Sentret comes to the group, pokes Togepi a couple of times, which causes Togepi to roll away. So Sentret follows Togepi. Togepi wakes up, the two of them are happy, and then they jump into the Arbok tank and drive off with the thing by accident. So the Misty wakes up. However, there is no Togepi, and the Sentret is poking Ash. However, Ash thinks it's Pikachu, but it's not Pikachu, so it's Sentret, and Sentret's basically here to ask for help finding its child. However, there's a noise in the background, so the gang goes over there to investigate the noise. Also, the Sentret, the group of Sentret that live in that mountain are trying to get away from the tank. So the gang see the tank, and Ash is running, and he's like, it could only be you people! And yep, it is indeed Team Rocket. And then Team Rocket tells us that Togepi is the one who is in there, and also a Sentret. So, okay, we know where we need to go. Stop that tank. And no matter what, by the way, nothing can stop the tank because apparently it has a solution for everything. Because it has these giant boxing gloves that punch through the mountain and a giant drill in the mouth. So it's time we need to make a military plan in order to stop it, and Brock has a plan. Starting off, Onyx digs a hole. Then afterwards, we fill that hole with a bunch of rocks. And then after that, the water-type Pokemon are going to make it mud. And then after that, the tank will fall in, we jump in, get the Pokemon, get out, and the day is saved. That is the plan. So we make it, however, accidentally Sentret speeds up the vehicle. Also, Psyduck goes for a nice little swim, which is actually funny. But anyway, speeds up the vehicle, it falls in, and then Ash and Pikachu try to get in, but sadly enough, only half of them are able to get in, that being Pikachu. Before the tank escapes once again because of the fact that they're now stuck in the cable, so they're moving all the cables around, which activate things, and a missile fires off in order to make a way out of the water. So I guess the tank is just back on the road again. But don't worry, Team Rocket have a plan as well, because they have also dug a hole, and it seems to be working. And Meowth jumps into the tank. However, that causes Pikachu to use its electric attack, which causes the tank to activate some kind of jump feature. This thing has an answer for everything. So the tank is just hopping away, which was funny. So then Sentret yells out to the other Sentret and other Pokemon there to leave because of the fact, watch out tank, that kind of stuff. However, we have a little bit of a problem because the tank is about to crash into a mountain, and if it crashes into that mountain, it's gonna explode, and Togepi and Sentret are going to die, and Pikachu as well. Also Meowth, but that's less important, let's be honest here. But right as the tank is about to hit it, Togepi activates Metronome, which kind of causes stuff to activate in the tank, and now the tank has been able to punch its way through the mountain. So that is what it's doing right now, so we need a new plan. And we need to work with Team Rocket because apparently there's a town in the way and we need to kind of stop that. So we have a way. Starting off, we're gonna have Charizard, who is going to destroy the tank and get the Pokemon out. That's the plan. Simple plan. Easy plan, okay? So the tank makes it to the other side, and so does the gang, and Ash sends out Charizard, and Charizard tries to stop the tank, and Sentret also rolls over to Charizard in order to help it stop, and Onyx grabs it from behind in order to stop the tank as well, and it's just not going all that well, but the tank is almost stopped, and then Charizard uses its flamethrower in order to make a hole so that Sentret, Togepi, and Pikachu can all roll out so that Charizard can destroy the tank. However, the thing is about to explode, so the Pokemon leave. Team Rocket gets into the tank because maybe they can still save it. It explodes, they fly away, and then Officer Jenny appears, who is like, did you guys make that tunnel? Because thank you very much. And also, I will say this, while Union Cave never appears in the anime, this is a kind of a reference to Union Cave. So we're kind of gonna see that Union Cave has just been made, boys. The start of Union Cave, at least. But there you go, a tunnel has been made, and now we can go back on the road again to sadness. To very much sadness. And overall, I thought the hijinks with the tank were actually pretty funny. The way that the tank just had an answer for everything, I very much enjoyed that. It had an answer for everything, which I just thought was funny. Especially like the hopping away. I thought that one was hilarious. So I liked it. I also liked the fact that Charizard was really the only one who was able to stop the tank. Very nice. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section down below. With that being said, thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you did, please like button, subscribe if you're new for the done so already, turn notification. Don't forget, check out the Let's Play channel, link in the description and at the end of the video. And I guess I'll see you guys next time for, as I already stated, sadness. Oh, Charizard, you will be missed. Bye!